YouTube. So let's get started. Let's go back to this. And let me check out a few things here, then we can get to business. So it's been a crazy, choppy week here in the market. It's been driven mainly by bond yields. Even though the VIX was expected to be elevated, it didn't really go high, but the bond yields were the elephant in the room. So we shall see if the bond yield still controls the market again today. So first off, let's check out where the bond yield is right now. Let's check out where the bond yield is right now. So let's see this Bitcoin ripping so far. So let's check out bond yield. So these are the bonds. Bond yield. Let's check out where the 10-year bond yield is. This thing is looking at something that wants to go up here this morning. So we're seeing this is a green candle. It's telling me that this looks like something that is about to break out. So we shall see how it plays out, but we'll keep an eye on it. It's pushing so far. So as long as the bond yields rally, we are going to get a sell-off in the market, right? If the market wants to retrace, it needs to go down. If the market wants to go up, it needs the bond yields to go down. Okay, so that is going to be the elephant in the room for the market right now. It needs to check what the bond yields is doing. Okay, all right. So that's what we have.
First hand double ups yesterday, got out early, but still made $350. Awesome, Josh.
And then
that's excellent news. As soon as you get
so that's basically what we are going to do here. We're going to watch it and then we go from there. Okay. All right. So let's go into the let's go into the main stuff here. Let's look at the SPY, where the SPY is at, and then we'll go from there. So this is where the SPY is. So the SPY is currently at this point here. So yeah, based on what the SPY has done so far, it's at this point where we are close to like a demand zone, but it's not there yet. So there's a possibility of this selling off and coming here to the gap fill. That's where the SPY is. So the SPY can get to that gap fill. And then once it gets to the gap fill there, we are going to get that bounce, right? So a bounce is imminent, but not sure if it's today or next week, but we'll see. So over here, anywhere here, you see where the green lines are? These are gap fills, and this area where the red line is, we must get a bounce there. So my thing is that let us come down, pierce through this, get it down with, right? Get it down with, and then from Monday, come here somewhere, get it down with from Monday, and again. So basically, this place here is basically a retrace to the scene of the crime. So we have this here. This is where the breakout happened. This was in August. This is a breakout. So effectively, we are coming down here. Essentially, we are coming down here to break and retrace to the scene of the crime. So we can either hold here and take off, or we can come back down and fill the gap. So I just wanted to flag that so that you know that there's a gap there. So here we are going to look at what this is doing. And then let's look at this and figure out where the next stops are and next steps are, and then we can position and trade this accordingly. Okay. So here we have the I mean, the SPY is trading below the moving averages, so we'll see how that works out. Maybe it's going to pop and bump its head into this and then go down. So today too is OPEX day, OPEX expiry. That means that's the day that options expire, the monthly options expire. So we could get some volatility in the market here this morning that can cause this to push up. Okay. So what we are going to see is that if the bulls are able to trade above pre-market high, then they have a fighting chance of pushing above this moving averages and pushing higher. So the next level will be this area here, 668. Above 668, then surely we are going to push up and we could get to 772. But anything below that means that we are going to chop around and then come back down, and it's going to mess around and stuff like that. So we are going to watch this closely and see how this works out here this morning, and we're going to look to trade it accordingly. Okay, so here there's the intraday chart. We're going to look at it and see what's happening. So here we have a gap up. So far, we're coming down due to the bond yield, so I think this can continue. The way the bond yield chart was, I think is going to rally and take off. So at the open, if we break below this 50 EMA, we are going to look to short this buy put options by 766 puts, 765 puts expiring on Monday. Then we write it down. Once we get here, we have to take profit and hold some runners to see if we can get a follow through into this area where we have the gap. So our two main targets is here, pre-market low, and then there's a gap fill. That's where we are going to come to, and then we can take profits from there. So over here, expect to see some type of a reaction or a bounce. If we pierce through it, then trouble. That means that we are going to go down and make low, hit this lower level. So second target, third target, and if we can get a move from here to here, that should be more than enough to make money in the day, and you can call it a day. But I think that could trigger a high volatility event, and with options expiring, monthly options expiring today, it could make it even worse. So here we have the QQQ. That's the tech heavy QQQ. So QQQ is this. So QQQ has this here. This is the like no, let me take this things off. So let's keep this chart clean. So here QQQ is sitting on the 50 EMA SMA, sorry, 50 SMA, and that is a critical break wall, and now it's very close to. So if you compare SPY and QQQ, I would say that QQQ is slightly, where it's located is slightly stronger than SPY. So that could be the one that is going to galvanize the market, and we need to see how it is pushing up if it can break above this moving average. So here we're going to check out this 717. If it can clear 717, then surely it's going to make good inroads to the upside. So let me mark this as the 5 instead of the pre-market high. Let me mark this as a 5, and then we'll hold this and see how this works out here. Also, we have a level here that we don't need to forget. So QQQ. So QQQ is going to be, what's going to happen here? So QQQ is going to be moved by the SMH. So if the SMH is going up, then the QQQ is going up. If SMH is selling off, then QQQ is going to sell off. So the two are going to do the same thing. We're seeing this come down here. So we'll see how this works out here at the market open, okay? So we're going to watch it closely. What's this? This is moving around, okay. So yeah, so that's QQQ and SPY. So for QQQ, what we are looking for is that if we, at the open, if we, you know what? I don't like the way this line is moving around. Move this out here. Not sure why it's doing that. Now let's make it static. So this one. Make this static. Okay. So where the pre-market low is, it must hold there. Like price must hold the pre-market low if we are going to see a bounce. But right now, this is selling off. This we are in a downtrend now. We're selling off. So right at the gates, this can trigger a quick shot to the downside, and we can take that shot to the downside and target where we have this here, where the pre-market low is. So that's a place where you should be taking profit if you take that trade. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be looking at here. Just one sec. Checking something here. Okay, so we're coming down. This is a put trade. So if you're in the futures, this is triggering a short. So let's see if we can hold here or go down further. So if we continue going down, we are going to look to get the 714 puts expiring on Monday. Then you can write it down, targeting here, first profit target, and second profit target will be the gap fill here. Gap fill. This is the gap up, and we come down and fill the gap. So gap fill over here. So those are the two main targets that we are going to look at if we get that follow through to the downside. Okay. Next thing that we are going to look at is crypto has been doing well. Bitcoin has been doing well. So we have, so this week in the day trade swing trading service, we had two magnificent swing trades. One of them was DIA puts. So, you know, as a swing trader, you don't need many tickets, right? You just need one good trade and you are good. So here we were able to catch this one, this put here targeting the gap fill, and it was a thing of beauty. So we made I think the runners went to close to 300%, something like that, right? But you know, it's between 100 and 300%. You could have made money from there. So now we are seeing this bounce here for now. Also, we had IBIT. We also have IBIT, which is a Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin ETF. This one we bought. We loaded up. IBIT expiring in January, so we have time on this. And so far, as of yesterday, this was up by 80% already after just 24 hours. So yeah, so if you want to join the swing trading service, this is what to do. So you come here, click on this, and you click on this area. I'm going to put the link here, and then you can get it and join us. Okay, so look at it here. So it's a fantastic move here on crypto. So I believe that we are going to get a crypto fall season of crypto. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of that. Yeah. So here, this Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin broke above this. You see this wedge pattern, and it consolidated here. Anytime you see the longer the consolidation, the bigger the move. So this move is not surprising. It was due to happen at some point. But yeah, so it finally happened. Now we are up here. We are going to see if Bitcoin can clear this area. So Bitcoin came very close to 80,000. I was saying that it was going to get to 85 very soon, a couple of weeks, but it's almost at 85. So I think that if it can clear here, maybe on the weekend, it has moved to go. So it's very important for Bitcoin to clear here. If it can clear here, it's going to go higher. Okay. So with that in mind, what I'm going to look for is I'm going to look at the IBIT ETF for small accounts. IBIT, that's the ETF that tracks Bitcoin. IBIT, that's the ETF that tracks Bitcoin. So here I'm going to take off all these lines. It's irrelevant right now. So Bitcoin has to find a way to hold this 200 SMA. I don't like this candle that is put in. It doesn't look bullish. It looks like something that wants to go down. So here we have this. There's the pre-market high. So if price is able to clear this pre-market high, then it's going to go higher to this area. Okay, that's where the gap, like that's the previous gap, and it's going to go higher from there. But right now it looks like folks are taking profit taking. We shall see how that transpires here this morning. But this candle does not look like a good candle, right? It looks to me like it's a topping tail profit taking candle. So yeah, let's analyze it here. Let's analyze it here and get ready for it. Analyze it here. So here we have so with Bitcoin, this area here, I'll call this area here a demand zone, right? Area where I expect bulls to step in. If they fail, then we are shorting Bitcoin, shorting this. Okay. Here, this area here must hold. So this area here is called your demand zone, green box. You need to hold this area. So here you see that's one bottom, two bottoms. So once it comes here, it's going to be a triple bottom, and I'm expecting a bounce, a reversal. If it fails, then we are going to look to short it to the downside. So with that, I'm looking for 43 calls of 44 calls expiring on like next week Friday. Then we can look to ride it to the upside. But if this fails, then we're going to short it and we target this gap fill. I don't think we are going to come all the way here, but hey, anything is possible. If it loses the 200, it's going to be in trouble and it's going to go down. So this could be a profit-taking event. Okay. So that's Bitcoin here. Also the Bitcoin related names, Coinbase. Let's look at Coinbase. I mean, if Bitcoin is selling, Coinbase will sell off as well. That one is a given. So here, if Bitcoin is selling off, Coinbase is going to sell off. So with this one, I think he's going to maybe come back here to to where this trend line is. It could do that. We come back here to where this trend line is. I don't know if there's any news or something that is causing this, but it doesn't really matter. We just have to trade the price action and then go from there. So below 778, at 178, we are going to go down, and we can get the 178 puts expiring next week, and we'll ride it to the downside. If it recovers, then that's great. If not, no worries, no problem. So here, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to look to see if we can get a bounce here. What is this? Okay, so this can come here into this zone and hold. So I'm going to mark 178 as a level, actually 179. So level to watch, and I'm also going to mark this as a level to watch, so that if I'm not watching it and it triggers, I will be able to take the trade. Okay. So that's Coinbase. Also Circle. Circle is also a bit a crypto name, that's stablecoin company. This is a beautiful chart. This one, if this can clear this downsloping trend line, this is going to be massive move, right? So with this one, what I'm looking, this is showing more relative strength than the other crypto names, even compared to Bitcoin. So here, 92. If this can cross 92, this is going to look really, really nice, right? So for this, I'm looking for mainly longs if it can work out, but if not, we would reconsider that next week. This could be a nice one for a swing trade. Okay, so that is that. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla here. Tesla. So Tesla is forming this cup and handle here. Last week, Friday, if you traded with us, we were able to capture this Friday move. I think it was this day. Was that? Yeah, this Friday was really nice. And if this can consolidate here, and if we can break out above this level, we are going to get that push. But I don't think market conditions will allow it now that the what's it called, this the bond yields are rising and SPY is selling off. It's going to be difficult for Tesla to make that breakthrough, right? So because Tesla is listed in the S&P 500, if the S&P 500 is struggling, it's going to be very, very difficult for Tesla to make a move. So here we are going to look at this. Let me look at this here. So here I'm mainly interested in seeing this breaking 353. Then that will tell me that, okay, it's game time. This is ready to go. In terms of a shot, I don't think this is going to be a good shot, because it's going to just bump around and mess around and stuff. So let's say 46, right? 47, 347. Then look to see if we can get a shot on it, but I'm not looking for a shot here. Next one I'm looking at is Nvidia has earnings coming up next week. So Nvidia has to set the tone here, has to really hold this area here this morning. Nvidia has to hold here. So we're going to keep an eye on Nvidia to see if there's this push in the morning here. It's holding this level and this area. So if it can clear 218, then I think we can get a move to the upside, 219, right? Get a move to the upside. Let's look at the broader SMH to see what the SMH is doing. SMH here looks like it's struggling a bit. SMH is selling off. So we'll keep IBIT here. When IBIT is triggering, then we know that, okay, the other things are working out. So SMH is selling off, so that means that QQQ will be in trouble. QQQ will also sell off. So we'll have SMH on the side. And let me check and make sure that I did not forget anything in my notebook. I've forget anything. mRNA, yeah, mRNA was one of them. mRNA, mRNA. So I don't know if folks are going to be buying this again or what. So mRNA, I'm looking for a short if it triggers. So a short here, let me mark this level. Oops, here, this area. Marking this level and this one. So that's going to be like area where this has to hold. If we break below that area, then we are going to short this thing here to the downside, targeting this gap entry. So I'm only interested in this going to 115. That should be fine. I already have a shot on it expiring next week, so we'll see how that works out. We shall see how that works out. Okay, so let me go to the chart here, and we are seeing this. So I think QQQ and SPY will be driven by the bond yields here this morning. So here we are going to look at this to see what happens here if this comes here. So I'll look at, let me mark this as a support level 131 as a support level. And then above it, we are going to do, what's this, 135. So let's mark 135 as well. We are going to take a long if that's long triggers. Okay. So that's about it for today. Let's see what the market has in stock for us. I see SPY and QQQ bouncing here nicely. So we shall look to engage it once the market opens. Okay. So market is about to open. Let's get it. There's also MU. So I had MU on my radar here. MU. Okay. So MU. Okay, I had this over here. So MU, if MU can break above this, because this is one of my watch for this week here, this day. MU breaking above 988 is going to get to 1,000 here today. So I like MU $1,000 call. So that's going to be my second watch. Apart from this, MU $1,000 calls. It's like last week we wanted to do MU and it didn't work out. Yeah, so I'll check out MU. So wait for the trade to come to you. No rush, because we've been in a choppy environment. Very, very choppy environment, right? Oh yeah, I also had Marvel. Marvel as one of my things today. Just don't have too many stocks. Look into Tesla. Okay. Tesla. Okay, let me put Tesla here because Tesla likes to fake out, likes to do these things. So no entries yet for me, just an observer, just I'm observing. Just observing for now. For now. So SPY wanted to go up, but it's being pushed down. This is crazy price action. MU really, really wants to go up. MU really wants to go up. Oh, big sell here on SPY. Holy smoke, these smokes on QQQ. You know what? Let me have SMH here. I need SMH. That's too easy to get something. So this here, this thing push here on QQQ. The push here on QQQ. I just want that candle to close. I just want that candle to close. So 713 puts. 713 puts, but we need that candle to close first. This is crazy.
Richard, it seems that candle went into a gap fill on QQQ.
It's not yet at the gap fill.
This current candle.
Not yet. This is where the gap fill is.
Okay.
I think let me see what bond yields are doing, because this is crazy. Bond yields must be accelerating here. Bond yields must be accelerating. Bond yields must be accelerating here. Yeah, see, that's why we got that sell, that big thing. So this, I mean, if you block off the ticker and you're a technician and looking at this, where do you think this is going? Is it coming down or is it going up? It's going up, right? So this we are going to is going to come to this gap. So I'm just waiting for that candle to close before I make my decision, but it's clearly a bearish move. Clearly a bearish move here. Unless unless they kind of buy it back up very quick. But otherwise it's just crazy. So here I've opened a startup position here. So, QQQ 713 puts. I'm targeting here. It's going to be area where I'll take profit at. So that's what I've taken so far. QQQ puts expiring on Monday. 713 puts. 713 puts expiring on Monday. Then we'll look to you know, trade it. So that downtrend could get a bounce too, but it doesn't matter. It's a downtrend move. Let's see how that goes. See how that goes. See how that goes. Let's just go down here. See how that goes. I'm not holding up. I closed down all my positions before yesterday. I don't like holding. I don't like turning day trades into swing trades. So nice put trade here, nice put trade here, nice put trade here, nice put trade here. Targeting that gap fill. Let's see if we can get it on this stuff. Targeting that gap fill. Targeting that gap fill. Yeah, I mean, bond yields is not going to. Bond yields is just crazy. Like, look at this stuff. SPY is trying to hold its own, but I don't know how long it can hold its own here with this. So if this continues selling, this is going to sell. It's going to be a free fall. It's going to be like a waterfall. If you go to those in Ontario, if you go to what's the name of that place? What's the name of that waterfall place? Nice move, nice move, nice move. So going to trim some here into the pushes before Scallywags start buying it up. Nice push into the gap fill. Nice push into the gap fill. Nice push into the gap fill. Trimming some here into the pushes as we approach that gap fill. Targeting here. Trimming some into the pushes. Still is looking volatile. Yeah, Niagara Falls here. Need that push. Pushing into the gap fill. Nice trade. Nice trade. Beautiful trade. Nice trade. Beautiful trade. So our put is on a free fall. This is a bearish setup. It's like a put trade. I'm not trading Apple, just focusing on QQQ here. Could have shorted SMH, but I just left it alone, just focusing on QQQ, one ticker at a time. Not sure what Coinbase, what iBit is doing. iBit's trying to hold its own here. iBit holding its own. Okay. See what they're doing here. iBit holding its own here. So we're still in a downtrend here. Think we get that push. I'm watching this. This is just on a free fall. Holy cow. Holy moly macaroni. This is just falling like that. So this has already filled the gap here. Already filled the gap here. I'm watching iBit to see if he can get us a red to green move here. That means the green candle wipes out this. Then we can engage it, take the trade. And when that happens, I'll look at Coinbase and other ones, because this one is going to control Coinbase and Circle. But Circle was unusually strong. So let me check what Circle is doing. Oh, yeah, you see, Circle is usually strong. So I like Circle. Looking to get the $90 calls on Circle here. Looking to get the $90 calls on Circle. $90 calls on Circle. I need it to clear here first. Then I will look to get something like something. Oh, wow. If this breaks out, it's going to be really nice. What a beautiful chart. What a beautiful chart. So allow it to try to clear that area. Once it does that, I'll take like either maybe the 92 calls or something. But Circle will do well. And if QQQ and things bounce here, so I've taken some profit off the table here in this because I think we can get a bounce. I'm still holding runners. I'm looking for it to push down here, but it could just bounce from here. So take note of Circle. Let me see what Circle has. Circle, Mr. Circle. So I like the 92 calls expiring on next week Friday. 92 calls expiring next week Friday. 92 calls. So I will take a stab at it. 92 calls expiring next week Friday. So I've taken a small position on it, starter position. I'm expecting a pullback. I'm expecting a pullback here. So when we get that pullback, we can get that push. Get that push here. iBit2 looks good. So if you can now afford Circle, you can do iBit. So iBit 43 calls, 44 calls is good. 43 calls, 44 calls should be good for iBit. And I see QQQ looking to reverse here. So QQQ looking to reverse here. So I've taken Circle, and I'll take a stab at iBit as well, because that's a smaller price stock. Smaller price stock. So I'm getting 44 calls. Nice push on Circle. Give us that move, Circle. So I have 2 trades. I have 3 trades, sorry. I have Circle 92 calls expiring next week, Friday. And I have iBit 44 calls expiring next week, Friday as well. And yeah, so that looks good. So QQQ, make sure you trim some more because it's giving you that move to the downside, trimming some more. So I'm loading up on Circle. I'll tell you the contrast, but I'm loading on Circle here. And Circle is going to be my main trade here today. So logged in, took some more profit here on this as I wait for it to push here. But Circle is going to be, could be the trade of the day here, right? Circle could be the trade of the day. So don't miss out on that. Holy smokes. Circle. So I have 92 calls. We are now in the money. This is going to be an explosive move, guys. This is going to be an explosive move. Do not sell everything. Make sure you hold some runners. This can be, you see this? This is breaking out of this trend line here. This is June 2025. Every single time. So this trend line area has been like a zone where it has been like a supply zone. So if this can clear here, this is going to do crazy things, right? It's going to go nuts, right? It's going to go crazy. So fingers crossed that I can break out of here because sometimes they can mess around. So let's identify levels. So here, identify this level here. So I bought time on it. So we have time on this one for it to play out. So if you get a rally in crypto on the weekend, which crypto likes to do, then this could be at $100 by next week. It could be at $100 next week. So yeah, this thing is just making up noise. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So I'm out of the QQQ puts because the gap has been filled. So I'm out of the QQQ puts, locked in nicely green. Main focus here is Circle. My biggest position is in Circle. That's what I'm focusing on because that's more volatile in terms of like volatile. It's going to make you more money if it moves in your favor. This one is okay. This one is more, you know, if you have small account, you can trade this one, but it's not as volatile as this. So if this is doing well, this is going to do well, right? This is doing well, this is going to do well. So we shall see. Let's see what Circle does. Let's see if he's able to help us get that move. Okay. So you see struggling at that trend line area. That's an area where I'm expecting a pullback. Okay, so let's see if we can get a rally-based rally type of move here. That's going to be nice. So QQQ, I'm out of the puts, took profit here in a beautiful trade. Looking for it to reverse here. Then yeah, we'll look at it. But SPY to trying to do his thing. Oh, sorry, it's 2 minutes. Go to the 5 minutes time frame. So SPY, I think we get a pop that can come over here to this area. Then we have this IBIT trade. I'm also in IBIT. I have a position in IBIT, but I know it's a slow mover, so slow mover IBIT. UQQ still struggling to go up. Still in the downtrend here on QQQ. Still in the downtrend. IBIT doing well. Expecting a pop into this area so that I can take some profit off the table. Circle is pulling back. It's pulling back, retracing here. Retracing to the scene of the crime, and then I expect to see buyers step in. So hopefully they don't mess up here. The buyers don't bail out. Oh man. Buyers don't bail out. So here is the natural movement of stocks. So you have this rally, and then he always has to come back and retest it to prove strength. He either needs to hold here or do you want to hold this area? Okay. Needs to prove strength here. And then from there, it's going to take off. So we can watch the volume profile. Oops. What is the thing? Volume profile. So we need to see volume start increasing here. We need to see green volume. So this cell has to taper off, and then we get a move. So at least I think we come here to this weekly level, and then from there we can get that move to the upside. So Bitcoin is doing its thing, which is good. So we'll get that move. So here in this position, if you want to add, you could add, but I don't like to add here far away. This is the stuff. So here you can add here, add to this position, because now we are going to get a momentum move that is going to get this to clear this area. So next area is going to be here where you have the double tops, potential to form double tops. But once we clear that, then it means that we are going to take off and go. Take off and go. What's the next level? I didn't mark any level. Let me mark the next level. So IBIT's looking good, going well. So once you get to that 44.24, you need to take some profit off the table. And hold runners, right? And hold runners. If you can hold runners into next week, Monday, that's going to be really nice, because I'm expecting Bitcoin to be trading at 85,000 by Monday, because he already got to 80K here this morning. So if you can get to 5K, is just easy to do for Bitcoin when it starts moving. So I'm expecting it to go to 85K, and that's going to cause this to rally. So here, IBIT is at a point where it is, see this. If IBIT comes back here to 45, that's going to be equivalent to 80K on Bitcoin. So I'm expecting it to go to this area. You see where this is? This is where the sell-off started last time. So this could be an area where this could come to if the momentum continues. Okay. So Circle struggling here. See what it's doing. Lost him. Let's look at what Coinbase is doing. I've not checked Coinbase this morning. Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase is also ripping. So any of them should work. Circle, Coinbase, but I like the chart on Circle better. It's Coinbase as well. So Coinbase is pushing. I think Coinbase can come to this area. You see where the yellow line is? That's where I believe Coinbase is going to come to. And yeah, over here. So Coinbase or IBIT, IBIT is better because it's a lower price for small accounts. So QQQ in that gap fill, QQQ is not showing any type of trends. Go back to Circle and see what it's doing. Circle. Circle is just consolidating here. We needed to hold this area. But if it doesn't hold, then it's going to be difficult for it to. I don't want it to come inside this, below this line. I don't want it to come below this line, right? I need it to continue going up here. But if it comes below this line, it's going to mean that it's going to come here, right? I just want it to hold here and then take off and go. So nice move on QQQ trade, nice green trade. QQQ puts at the open, and nice green on IBIT as well. IBIT is still pushing, still has some ways to go. If it can get to that target, that's going to be nice. And then SPY is also selling. So we'll see what SPY does here at this critical pre-market low level. See what SPY does here at this critical pre-market low level. Okay. So this puts thing is working out here. So loading up on more puts here on QQQ. QQQ is going down. Looks like it wants to. I don't know where it's heading to. This is crazy. Maybe open some type of open spread or something. QQQ. What's Tesla doing? Did you wake up? It's going to be the Tesla to make a move in this environment. Okay, it's doing this thing, showing relative strength. It's going to be difficult for it to make a big move here with this environment, but it's holding its own. Right, that's what we say, holding its own. So main trade still remains Circle and IBIT. Focus on where the money is flowing, right? Main trade is these two guys. Here I've taken profits already in this nice trade. I expect to see a bounce here, but it might surprise us and go lower. Yeah, because this is like a free fall, like a waterfall, right? It's like a free fall. So if you're holding this, you can hold your runners and see how far it goes. I think we come to at least over here, this area here. It's where that 20 SMAs can hold that area, and then what's NVIDIA doing? Is NVIDIA waking up? Oh, NVIDIA is struggling. So if QQQ is to go up, SMH needs to wake up. SMH struggling here. So SPY traders, keep an eye on this level here, this two level. There's like a double bottom. So SPY needs to hold that level. And if it can hold that level, then we get some kind of a bounce. Some kind of a bounce, right? Yeah, IBIT is struggling at that area. It needs to hold and try to push up because that's a critical area. If it can break out from there, then it's going to be a great move. But otherwise, it's just going to. So yeah, this is the place. So if it doesn't happen today, it's going to happen next week. I think we are going to get that move to the upside and get this to push. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. See how that goes. I think it's going to hold.
Richie Red Spice got some gap to fill, right?
Yeah, it has a gap to fill over here. 62, this one. Yeah, so if it breaks below there, it's going to fill the gap. So if you are holding puts, just hold it because it's going to come here if here. This is also a level, right? It's a daily level, so you can just move it somewhere here. This is a place where I expect it to come. Yeah, this not encouraging for both. This is very weak. It's very weak. So you should not be going long on this type of thing. No. It is it's bearish. So if you look at the 2 minutes time frame, look at the 2 minutes. You will see whether so here this area must hold, right? So this is a double bottom. This area must hold. This is like last chance salon for SPY. This red line in the sun. This must hold. If this does not hold, then boom, we are going to come down. But I see buyer stepping in, which is a good sign. So I think it's going to hold. I'll be hesitant going long here based on the way this has gone up. I'll wait for confirmation. So let's say we get something like this. Then we come back down, come and retest, put in a double bottom or something, or higher low, something like that. Then you can now take the trade. But it has to be a scalp, right? Until we clear these areas. See, it came here struggled. This is even the 2 minutes time frame. It came here struggled. So until we clear this red line on the 2 minutes, this is not safe, right? It could be just a quick. So if you take a long here, it's going to be a quick one point move in out. But otherwise, it's still behind a deep downtrend, big downtrend. Okay, so Circle did what he had to do. So this is the natural movement of stocks. So as a day trader, price what's the name? Screen time is very important, right? So here, if you get something that goes down and comes to hit a key level, this is the natural movement of stocks. So it came down, you see here, it came here. Then they bought it. Typically, it's going to hold here. This is a bottom until this is a buying pressure. Typically, you are going to get this to push up. All right, typically, it's going to push up here. Once it gets here, it also needs to battle again. But as we are approaching here, if the volume is increasing, then we know that surely we are going to break it and take off, right? So when it comes to trading, especially like day trading, it's always if then scenario, if this then that, if this then that. So screen time is going to help you to know what is happening so that you don't panic and stuff like that and be worried about things, right? So you just leave it alone, allow it to play out. And so once we're able to clear these highs, this 92 highs, we are going to get a massive rally in Circle. So that's why I bought the one expiring next week, so that I'm not in a rush, no 0DT things. That's why I'm not in a rush, because I know that if Bitcoin is to rally to 85,000, this Circle can get to $100 by next week. So why do you go get 0DT and you get meltdowns? Because you wanted to do what? So here, this is going to be good. If it works out, we are going to get that push to the upside, right? Again, there's no guarantees in trading because this thing can just come here and collapse and go down. It can happen, right? But based on natural movement of stocks, it should go up and break out from here if there's volume, right? If there's volume. So here, this one, let me go and identify other levels. Let's see. Let's go and identify other levels. Here, this one. This one, 95. And then there's another one here. But Circle, I know, is a good mover. Once it takes off like that, it's going to go. So we needed to go all clear. Like, we don't need any wicks here. We don't need something like this. You see here, this was a top and tail. Like, there's a wick, long wick. As long as the day closes where the candle is outside this trend line, this downsloping trend line, and doesn't have a crazy long wick, we are going to get a continuation next week. That's what it is, right? Going to get a continuation next week, as long as crypto stays strong, right? Because there's always. So SPY is holding its own here. SPY is doing its best holding its own. Holding its own here, SPY. So we see how that works out. See how that works out. See how that works out. I'm a bit struggling here. That's what's affecting Circle. It's getting that pullback. Let's see if Circle can hold. Maybe there's sector rotation, money moving away from crypto to here, but who knows? But yeah, so I'm holding this, hold it into next week. Hold it into next week. I think this is going to give us a very nice move. If not today, next week. So SPY is holding its own here. If you are going to look for a long, like a reversal long, forget about QQQ. Don't even deal with QQQ. It's too weak. Focus on SPY. Right? Focus on SPY. Focus on SPY. Don't even worry about QQQ. So SPY is making a good move here. So here I would look to get the 765 calls, but I need it to clear here first. I need to clear this red line. Once it clears the red line, then boom, you can enter in, right? Because this can come here and then fake us out and go down. But I like what I see on SPY. Reason I'm taking the trade is bullish, reversal, double bottom, but I needed to clear a 5 minutes candle to close here. Need another one to come in. Then I will look to enter. Otherwise, no. No, thanks, right? Or I get a confirmation, right? So same way I talked about a confirmation. So if you can buy multiple contracts, if you are doing this, you can enter like a small position. Be prepared for a pullback so that once it pulls back, you can add and then you can now get the confirmation. But if you can only afford like 10 contracts, you should not be buying all the 10 contracts here. No. You just buy only a few, like maybe 2, and see what happens here. If this can blast through and confirm the move, then you can now add to it. Otherwise, you don't want to be caught flat-footed, right? So I like what I see on SPY. This is beautiful. Nice move on SPY. So I'll look to see what it does here. Then I'll open some positions on it. Okay. Nice move. Nice move on SPY. So he's still struggling at that area. He needs to clear it. He needs to clear the 50. Let's see if he can do so. IBIT and Circle are struggling. Still in an uptrend, but they need to needs to clear this zone. If we can clear 92, 97, surely we'll get to like 100 by next week. Tesla keep an eye on Tesla, guys. Tesla going nicely. I like Tesla 360 calls. 360 calls will be good. Aspiring, it's going to fill that gap. That's a nice one. So 360 calls expiring next week, Wednesday. You can also do Monday. I think Tesla will get to this 370. This is one of the plays I wanted to take this week here as a swing trade, but it just like did not trigger. So Tesla is a good one. Tesla 370 360 calls. It's a good one. Tesla 360 calls is a good one. Actually, Tesla was one of my things that was flagged here this morning. Can wait for a pullback and then we can get in here. Let's see if we can get a pullback here. Don't chase, wait for a pullback and you can get in. So circle looks like it's getting tired here, but we'll leave it alone. I'll look to swing it into next week. Tesla looking good. I'm still watching SPY as well for that. Either we go down a bit or we can blast through and go. But SPY looking strong and bullish. SPY looking strong and bullish. SPY wants to take off here. Tesla is pushing. A bit struggling. So SPY said he's going to struggle here, and exactly that's what he's doing. So until it clears this area, it's still not safe to just take along, right? Unless you are entering in. So here, it needs to clear this level. See here? I'll mark this as a yellow line. If we can clear this, then it can push up. Tesla looking tired here. I think it's going to pull back. See that double this candle here. So you either consolidate here and take off, or you're going to pull back into this area. Go back into that area. So SPY is doing exactly what I said it's going to do here. It's pulling back. Then from there, it's going to decide what it wants to do next. Circle struggling to hold that area. If it fails, it's going to come down here, going to come to somewhere here, and then try again, right? But it's holding its own here. Let's see what it does. I think Bitcoin is going down. So that's also affecting it. The IBIT is going down. So it's going to affect this one. So that's it then. QQQ going back down. So K. Getting that. So for QQQ, let's see what QQQ can do. Oh, sorry, SPY. SPY is doing its thing. So yeah, maybe SPY this can give us a confirmation here. Let's see. Not sure, but it needs to clear this yellow line. That's the place where it's going to be the area to go long. So here I'm looking at this, looks like a inverse and shoulders pattern, something like this over here. So we'll see if we can do that. But yeah, I mean the market is weak. With QQQ selling like that, it's going to be super weak. And that's also going to affect other things. So Circle here is trying to hold its own, but it's not really it's struggling here. Is to hold this area. It doesn't hold this area. It's going to then come all the way here. All right. So let's see what it does. Bitcoin is also selling. So let's see what Bitcoin has in stock. Let's look at this here. 5 minutes. 5 minutes here. So. I think SPY will make that pop. SPY will make that pop. SPY will make that pop to the upside. SPY will make that pop. Yeah, QQQ selling, coming to this level here. Coming to this level here. Here is the place where I was expecting it to come to. So you're still holding the QQQ puts. Just make sure you take some more profit here at this area. We'll see that. So with Circle, I'm looking at crypto is going down. Circle tried his best, he couldn't go, so it's trying to hold here. As long as it's not breaking below here, I'll just hold it to next week. Then we'll see what happens. I think this is going to give us a big breakout next week. It's going down nicely. It's waterfall effect. Circle trade still in the uptrend, still a valid trade. So I will swing it into next week if it doesn't break below here. So if it doesn't break below here, I'll swing it to next week. But I have time on it, so no problem. So I'll swing it into next week. This is just pulling back here into this level. I mean, this area here is a critical level. So I'll swing it into next week if need be. I have time on it, so we'll see how that goes. I hope nobody took 0DT. If you take 0DT on this, you'll be going to be in trouble, right? So what's happening here is, if you look at the daily chart, so we could get like a gap up here on this. So we use the daily chart here. So I got the one expiring this week Friday. So here we got this. So this pushing up into this area. So this pullback here, if we get a rally in Bitcoin or crypto on the weekend, you are going to see this gap up and go. Let me look at what Coinbase is doing. Coinbase is also pulling back. So SPY is putting this invested and shortless pattern. I think SPY will make it to the upside. SPY will make it to the upside. Don't worry about QQQ. Nobody should be trading QQQ here, unless you are in the puts. If you're in the puts, then that's good. If you're in the puts, then that's good. But I think SPY will make it to the top here. SPY will make it to the top here. SPY will make it to the top here. So I'm holding my circle. Hold it into next week. It's time on it, so no problem. And the strike price is 92. No problem at all. No problem at all. I think next week we'll get a bounce in the market here, unless we continue getting bond yields causing issues. So here I'm looking for this invested and shortless pattern confirmation trade. Once the pattern confirms, I need it to clear the yellow line, then I will look to engage in SPY long. Otherwise, no thanks, right? So yeah, SPY will do well. SPY would definitely do well if it crosses that yellow line. SPY is doing his thing. Circle will come good. It's going to recover. I'm not worried about that one. Just leave it for next week. Next week, this is going to do wonders. So, leaving it for next week. It should be $100 stock by next week if everything goes well. So Tesla is also here breaking this bull flag. Could be a good place to enter. If you are getting this, something expiring next week, Friday or Wednesday, should be good. 360 calls. I think we get to that gap fill very soon here. We get to that gap fill very soon here. Nicely. Tessie. Tesla Fridays. Tesla likes Friday. Friday moves. Tesla Friday. Tessie, let's go. So I've taken Tesla 360 calls expiring next week, Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday. Next week, Monday. Different strikes. I will hold that target in the gap fill. This was one of our swing trade plays for the week, but it did not trigger when we needed it to trigger. So this is my target. If we can get this 370 target by end of day here, that's going to be fantastic. Fantastico. So here, this one. So these are going to be targets. Targets here. Let's plug in this morning. Yeah. So 365 by end of day will be good. Then we can shoot for 370 next week. But Tesla is showing relative strength compared to the ETF that is listed in. So I told you guys that this was a cup and handle. So we got that push. So here we get these two targets. Either we do get that today or we get it next week. Then if we get that today, then next week we are going to dream about this area here, 381. Okay. So Tesla is going to be a good one. So I'm in that trade, holding it to next week. And SPY is struggling. SPY is struggling. QQQ is struggling as well. QQQ is struggling as well. Circle still trying his best. Trying his best to see how that goes here. But Tesla is when Tesla starts moving, is unstoppable. So watch out for Tesla, guys. Watch out for Tesla. Apple is weak today. Bear flag. Microsoft holding its own. So I took some bear call spread, bear call credit spread. Our one is nicely green. Nicely green. Nicely green. Nicely green. Now I'll post it in the WhatsApp group. You guys see bear call spread. Where's Tesla? Let's take out these crazy stocks here. SPY is really struggling. Doubt is we're going to go up here. Let's look at what SMH is doing. SMH. SMH is trying to come back. I think that's going to help QQQ. What happened to MU? Did it go up? Oh no, it can't. It's difficult. Circle and Tesla pulling back here. Let me see what IBIT is doing. It's holding so far. And SPY is trying to hold this pre-market low area. Yeah, I think SPY has a rally in it. I think SPY has some rally in it, but I'm not sure if it can cross this yellow line. Not sure. Not sure if it can cross that yellow line. Just below this SPY is the weather gap for this. Okay. We're gonna go down, we're gonna get to the gap fill. So SPY, if this breaks, is going to go down to this area, to the gap fill. SPY tried, but it could not do much. I tried, could not do much. Circle not doing good here. It's going down. So let me check what IBIT is doing. IBIT is holding its own. Circle is down. So I'll hold this one into next week. We'll see how it goes. Hold it into next week. Here, SPY is next week Friday. So we'll make adjustments as deemed fit. It needs to break this trend line area and take off. So I think we can get that move sometime next week. So SPY holding that level here. If SPY can master this trend and push, I think we push up. SPY can push up. SPY can push up. So I'll be swinging Circle and Tesla into the weekend here. I like the charts. I think they look promising here. This can come to 370 here next week. So if the market shows some strength next week here with all the sell-off that has happened, I think that Tesla is going to benefit because Tesla is showing relative strength. And then for Circle, I believe that crypto is going to rally this weekend. That's going to, if Bitcoin can get to 85K or something above 80,000, I think that Circle can get to $100 by next week. So see how that goes. SPY is holding its own. SPY is doing its best. Like amongst the two ETFs, SPY is doing its best. This is just so weak. QQQ is so weak. Very, very weak. What's this here? But the fact that it came to a valid moving average support tells me that a bounce is imminent. If not today, no, I don't think today, but next week, we might see a bounce here. But if this fails, then it's going to come down here to fill this gap. Come down here to fill this gap. So it has work to do. QQQ has work to do. It has work to do. QQQ has work to do. So if you look at this, what's the percentage sell here? 5%. Okay. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that SPY will cross that yellow line. It's a matter of time. SPY will cross that line. SPY. Yeah, we're not trading CoreWeave now, so I'm not sure what CoreWeave is doing. Take a look at that later. CoreWeave. I think the SPY is going to go up. SPY is going to go up here. So we're going to get a push here. If we can clear this yellow line, then it's going to be off to the races. I just have to be mindful of this area, this one. We saw something like that yesterday. This area here is a supply zone. Supply zone. So we shall see how that works, the supply zone. Mark it as this. Okay. I think eventually we come here. Maybe I might be wrong too. So we'll see. I think we eventually will come here. Then once it gets here, it's going to struggle again and possibly come down. But it needs to clear this area and this yellow line for it to go up. So Tesla, if SPY is up, Tesla will go up. Okay. So if SPY can make it to this area, Tesla will come here to 365. I'm not worried about Tesla, not worried about Circle. These ones are swings for me. I'm going to swing them into the weekend. And for SPY, I'm just waiting to see. Waiting to see if we can cross this area. Waiting to see if we can cross that area, but it's going to work out. It's going to work out. Okay, guys, let me know if you have any questions down here for the week here. I would I'll hold this too for a swing into the week. I like the charts. It's really strong charts here. Strong chart, as long as Treasury yields does not go crazy again. But I think SPY is going to make it at least to this area. So this is where I'm expecting SPY to come. So what I've done here is that I've opened like a credit spread position. I will hold and see if it can come. Once it gets here, it's going to be really nice. So I'm opening a credit spread position again. We needed to clear here. We need to clear here for it to show that, okay, we are now in an uptrend, because it struggled here. You see, last time it came here, it failed. So this area here is an area, a squeeze zone, a potential squeeze zone. If SPY clears the yellow line, we're surely going to push to the red box area. Okay. So I have opened a BOPO spread. BOPO spread with this strike, 762 strike, expiring on Monday. It's expiring on Monday. So what I'm looking at here, it might also fail. So just a small position for now. Once it clears here, I would add to it and then we'll ride it to the upside. But for now, we need to clear here. Okay. You need to clear here. So this expires next week Monday. 1DT next week Monday. So we need this to push here. Then I was going to confirm, then I can add to it. So just a small size to see what happens, and then from there we'll get that move to the upside. So you see that now that SPY is going up, Tesla is also going up because Tesla is listed in SPY. If SPY can get that move, I believe Tesla can come to 365 here before the end of the day. All right, folks, let me know if you have any questions down here for the day.
Please, what's the BOPO spread range again? Is it for SPY or SPX?
I did SPY.
Okay.
SPY expiring next week Monday. So I put it here. So it's going to be let me type it here. It's going to be this. Again, we need to see that push. So just like a small entry. So here
to cross the 50 line.
Yeah, we need to close the 50 line because if not, then it's going to mess around like what it was doing all week long.
Mm.
And even this candle here does not look like a reversal candle, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So here we have SPY. SPY 762, 762, 762, and 752. Expiring Monday.
The one of yesterday stopped us out.
Yeah, expiring Monday. Yeah, so we'll do this, and SPS is more volatile.
Mm.
SPY tomorrow, Monday. So I already have a bear call spread on ES. That one is already green, so that one locked in already $1,000 something. So this one is just looking for the reversal here. It might work, it might not work. So due to the market conditions.
Yesterday I took the call spread, it worked. The put spread didn't work.
Yeah,
Those spread stopped out.
is the market conditions. So here we have this 24th, August 24th, Monday, August 24th. So we are getting that push nicely. August 24th, I have it here. Okay. So you can do this on SPS as well if you wish. I'm getting the SPY one. SPY is a little bit less volatile. Especially if you're doing it on a proper account, just use SPY instead. If you're doing it on a personal account, then you can be flexible and use SPS or other tickets. But yeah, so far, so we're getting that push. So if we can clear this yellow line, surely we are going to come here, right? So that's my 10 is up by 10% already. The spread is up by 10% already. So we'll see how that goes. If we can come here, I'll be happy. If I get 50% today, I'll just lock it in and avoid swinging anything, right? So you see why I told you if SPY goes up, Tesla will go up, right? So that's it. Forget about QQQ today. QQQ is just garbage today. Don't worry about it. Just focus on the things that are moving. Today is not a day for QQQ. So focus on the ones that are moving and let's trade them as such. So here, SPY is not done yet. The job is not done yet. It could still fail. But this area here, so this primary supply zone, secondary supply zone, if we can clear that, then surely we are going to come up. But also this area here, this opening price at pre-market is also a place where this can also mess around, right? If you look at it, you see here, can mess around as well, but no worries, just leave it alone. Yeah, I think that the market has come to a point where it needs to start going up. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out next week. So nice move. So I'm already locked in full size on the SPY credit spread. So for the prop firm, you want to use SPY for the credit spreads because it's
My Netflix done the repo.
it's very so this is going nicely, and going very nicely here. Nice move. You can also take SPY longs as well. SPY longs SPY 765 calls. So I also have SPY 765 calls here. Yeah, so I'm nicely green. I'll take some off here, over here especially, because that this place can this thing can go down here. So all good. Tesla looking good. So Tesla, as I said, if this continue going up, if Tesla can clear this what's it called, double topish area, it is going to do great things. So here you see this area here can form a double top. So if you can clear that area, fingers crossed, knock on wood, we'll see. It's going to clear that area and then take off and go. Okay. So spreads now at 19%. I would, if it can get to 50% here, I'll take some off. I'll take profit at 50% and hold some runners. Hold some runners and see. Okay, so good. So my stop loss is 50% on the spreads, 50% stop loss. Once it gets to 50% ROI, I can change the stop loss again to 50% so that it closes me in the money. So yeah, we're getting this push here on Tesla. Tesla is breaking out of that. So this is going nicely. Nice push. Nice push. Let's get it, Tessie. You can do it. If there's one stock that can move, it's Tesla. This one stock that can move is Tesla. So let's see if it can move to that 365 level. If it can do that today, I'll be happy and take some profits off the table and hold the rest into. So there's it, guys. Let me take this off. This is my ultimate target. Okay. If Tesla gets here, I'm good. Anything beyond this is no guarantees, right? Because see here, this coming into this level here, you see this level, this over here. So maybe we can come here, but once this is pushing up, I believe this is going to push up a bit. So once it tags this, the red line, which is the 50 SMA, you need to be taking profit. Need to be taking profit, right? Yeah. So okay, folks, let me know if you have any questions. Done here for the week. Got to step out. So I will monitor Tesla on the side. Monitor this one too. This one, I'm not worried. We'll have that next week. This is going to come good, right? This is going to come good unless something catastrophic happens to crypto. But I think so. This chart here, you see that this has struggled here. If this can clear the highs of today, this is going to move to $100. So, and if Bitcoin rallies on the weekend, this is going to, by Monday or Tuesday or whatever, you're going to see this at $100 already. So just have this chart on your, this chart for next week. I might add to the position next week, but this week I'm not adding anything. I'll add to the position next week if you see a move to the upside. Then I might look to open like $100 strike with a longer dated one, maybe something expiring in October or something. Hold it and allow it to play out. Because Circle, if the Clarity Act passes before the midterms, Circle is it can be trading at 140 or higher than that. It could rally significantly. So, yep. So SPY is doing well. SPY brilliantly doing well. It's heading into that target. Fantastic move. So I have the SPY calls looking nice and pretty. I have the spreads. It's entering into that area. So once it gets here, I'll take off the profits on the calls, and then I'll see. Hopefully I don't think the spread is going to get to 50% by then, because it's Monday, right? But I don't mind trimming some. And then we'll hold the rest into next week. So Tesla is pushing to that target. So if you took the 360 calls when I called it, it should be nicely green. And we'll wait for Circle. No rush. We'll wait for Circle. If he wants to do its move tomorrow, next week, that's fine. But I believe he's going to do well. Okay, folks, let me know what you traded here today. Done here for the day. I'm looking for this to come here. Let's see if we can do that. So area here. Check the daily chart to see what's going on. MAGX. And This is what. um, Drum. Oh, poor drum. SMH. So SMH needs to wake up to have this. I think Mark 7 is the one helping. Yeah, Mark 7 is the one helping QQQ here. Bad call spread. I did not post a bad call spread. That's a trade that I did on my personal account. That's my personal account trade. I only talked about this BOPO spread. This is the only one I talked about, right? This is the only one I talked about, guys. This is the only one, right? The other one I posted, the bear call spread, that's a trade on my personal accounts. So this is what you should be focusing on. This one, bull put spread. This is what you should be getting. Bull put credit spread. There's no reason getting to a bear call spread when thing is in an uptrend. Right. So that one in my personal account, I've closed it. I've taken profit because it hit my target. So this spread I have here is this one. Right. No spot. Okay. So the one I took is the one I took was ES. That one is done. I locked in profit at $1,000. That one is done already. Before the crazy rally. Right. So you don't want to be holding something that turn a green trade into red. No. So I'll post the final outcome here in the WhatsApp group. Final outcome. I also did a BOPO spread on MU. This one is also looking very good. Locked in that one too. Locked in that one. Where is it? That one is also done. No need to hold it. I'll post that one as well in the group, the WhatsApp group. That one is done. So MU was a swing guy that did last night, this day before the market closed. MU is a very expensive contract, so you can get very good premiums from it. Okay, guys, let me know what you traded here. Done here for the day. SPY getting to that level. See, struggling again. So SPY can come down, guys. Where is this thing? Based on the price action from this week, SPY can still come down. So if you are green in SPY long, just lock in and be free. Because there's a lot of craziness going on in the market here. was expecting a nice bullish move for this thing. MU today, but I think the semiconductor space was going through a lot of pressure. So unfortunately, it did not budge. It's fine. This candle, expecting it to do well, but could not do what it had to do. All right, folks. What about the rest? What do you guys trade? So Tesla, Tesla. Nice move on Tesla. Nice move on Tesla. So I'll show you what I have here. Nice move on Tesla here. Nice move on Tesla. Yeah, I don't know why Circle is left behind, but it happens, right? The stocks have their own behaviors. Because Circle was the one showing relative strength compared to all of them, but for some reason it's going down. Maybe there's a news or something, I don't know. But I'll swing my Circle into next week, no problem. Swing it into next week. As long as Bitcoin does not crash on the weekend, we'll be good. As long as Bitcoin does not crash on the weekend, we'll be good. As long as Bitcoin does not crash on the weekend, we are good. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I am done here for the day. I will hold Tesla runners into the weekend. I will hold this one here, this red. I'll hold this one. I'll hold Tesla runners into the weekend. But if we can get to this level, I'll be happy. I'll peel off. I'll peel off majority and hold some into the weekend. But once I get to this red line, I'm happy, right? I'm happy. So I'm just letting you guys know. So if you are swinging, you have to know what you have to be doing to it. Once this gets here today, I'll sell majority of my holdings, right? Because this can try to, mess around and pull back and do all that crazy stuff. I don't want to be involved in that, right? I just want to come in, take my money and go and figure it out next week. But I think that eventually we are going to get to this gap fill at 375-ish. Or here, this area here, 370. I think 370 makes more sense. Because that's where, so here, this was support. It's going to turn into resistance. So it's going to bump its head into this. So that's why this area can be dangerous. This red line area can be dangerous, right? You need to trim, pay yourself, take profit off the table, and then you can reset next week if need be. Circle will hold circle, right? We'll hold circle and stuff. We'll hold circle. Hold circle. So SPY doing what he likes to do here this week. Rally and then sell off the rest of the day. So if you are green on that SPY, make sure you take profit, guys, because if you traded with us this week, you know what SPY has been doing. Just goes up and, trading short ranges. What's this? How many points is this? Less than 2 points. So SPY has been trading within this kind of 2 points-ish kind of moves. So once you get a move, especially if you're in the buy side of the option, if you're in credit spreads, no problem. Just make sure that you don't. So you see here where the red box is. SPY should not break below that red box. Let me make it more prominent. Red box. SPY should not break below here. Okay. You don't want SPY to be trading below here again and come back down, because if it does that, it's going to come all the way here. You don't want to be in that position. So if you are in a spread and it does that, you can lock in your profits and reload another time, right? Because you don't want the thing to come all the way down here. No, that's not good. That's not a good feeling. Okay. All right, guys, we'll connect we'll connect there on YouTube. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I am
Please,
done here for the week.
Richard, please, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up? What's the question?
When you are taking a spread and you want to put a stop loss, what should be your ideal? What should you be targeting as a stop loss?
So I usually do 50% of the premium that I collected, right? So what you need to do is you multiply by, so let me show you. So if you're doing it in your personal account or any account, so let's say we collected, oopsies. Let's say we collected $1, right? Right, dollar credits. Okay, $1 credit is equivalent to $100. So you collected $1 credit and you want to put 50% stop loss. You multiply that number. So 50% stop loss means that, with fractions, 100% is equal to 1. Okay. So if you had 50%, it's going to be 1.5, right? So you multiply your credit by 1.5.
Okay.
1.5. So it's 1.5. Anything times 1 is the same number, right? So it's 1.5. So it means that your stop loss is going to be this. You're using this price, like you can use this price, or you can use percentages depending on what broker you have. So 1.5. It means that if the premiums, if it starts going against you and goes to 1.5, it's going to lock you out, kick you out, right? So the same way, if you want to use 60%, it's 1.6. So let's say the premium you collected or credit you collected is, example, let's use a different number instead of 2.5. Sorry, let me use my mouse here. Say the premium you collected is 2.5, okay? And you wanted to do 60% stop loss, you multiply by 1.6, okay? So it's going to be 4. So you put your stop loss as 4. Make sense?
Okay.
So it's simple stop loss stuff. So if you are doing the proper account, if you use 50%, they calculate it for you automatically. They don't allow you to put the number because
the percentage.
the
But
percentage.
if your own, like, if your own has the amount, then you put the what
Yeah,
it
you put the
is.
amount. You put the amount. Yeah.
So it will be like 1.5 debits because
Yeah.
you
So
collected
here in this
1.5
case,
credits.
in this example, the credit that you collected was 2.5, and your stop loss, your intended stop loss is 60%. So 2.5 times 1.6 is 4. So you're going to put 4 over there on the stop loss. Okay. Makes sense?
Okay.
Yeah, I know we are doing some math here or something, but
It's important.
yeah, it's
Because,
important to have it. So
it's
especially,
better to put a stop loss than
yeah,
to allow it right to the end of the
yeah,
day.
exactly. Because if you allow it to ride, you're going to lose more. It's going to be way more, way worse. So what I'm trying to do is just, carry that up. And then if the trend is in your favor, like this week, we haven't had it a trending week. It's just been choppy up and down. So here, this, for SPY can come all the way down here, right? Can come all the way down here from here. And we've seen that price action all week long. So with this pop, if you're in the long, you want to pay yourself, take it off, and if it comes down here below this box, surely it's going to come here. So you don't want that to happen. So yeah, so that's how you set it up, set up your stop, and you get it down. Because if you have if you don't put a stop loss, your loss is going to be bigger than that. It's going to be bigger than that. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right. So I will sign out here. I'll continue to hold the spread, but here is my technical stop loss. If this is trade below here, I'll close it for green, take out whatever green I have right now. But if not, then we'll hold it and allow it to play out. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So in summary, I'm swinging. Seco. I thought it was Oracle for some reason. I'm swinging Seco. We'll hold it. I'm holding Ranes on Tesla. I've taken majority off, and then we'll see if we can get to that red point. But yeah, and then here I have the spread. If it breaks below the red box, I'll be out of it. Okay, I'm not going to hold it. That thing. So that's about it, guys. See you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys on YouTube Live on Sunday. Bye for now.